Hey everyone, thanks for tuning back in. You're watching Christian Adventure Gamer. In this video, obviously, this is part 4 of going through the 2025 BGG Gencon games preview. So these are the games that will be possibly there at Gencon. There's sometimes some cases where they just didn't make it, right? Either for sale or demo. So I'm looking at games that are obviously listed for sale there and for demo. These are the games I'm highlighting are the games that I'm interested in checking out to see if I want to get a video of it or at least try it for myself, right? They don't always let me take videos when I'm there, but a lot of times they will let me. All right, and I want to give a quick shout out to check out the game Comet. If you have not played Comet or heard of Comet, I stumbled upon this game at Origins. This is done by Fun Tales. When I picked it up, it was at Outset Media, so I don't know if they'll have it at Gen Con. But I was very, very surprised over the gameplay, the board, the mechanics of the game, right? Even the artwork, right? I don't know why they put eggs on there. That totally doesn't come with the game, but the artwork is amazing in this game. But enough of that. Let's get back to the preview. So we are starting at Grail Games. Right, Shuhan, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Food for Thought. So Grand Gamers Guild has the Belgian Beers Race Dice. So if you're into beer and dice, maybe you can check this one out. I don't know. Definitely got some dice. Hey, it's a pretty neat looking board. Nice. Not much to it. Pretty simple. Awesome. All right. They got Booba Kiki. I'm not sure what that is. Endangered Rescue 2. They got Leprechaun Larceny. Holiday Hijinks. So no pictures of that one, unfortunately. All right, then we keep going. The Crumpus Caper. I'm assuming there's probably no pictures with this one. Yep, no pictures. All right, we got Inferno. This game actually has been out for a couple years, I believe. At least it says November 2024, but I'm pretty sure it was available at Gen Con last year. And they have Journey to Turnanog. I'm not sure what kind of game this is. No images there. Not a whole lot of information. Card games. Deduction. That's all it says. Ovation. Pass. Pillars of Hercules. This is another one that's on my list to check out. I like mythology. Grew up reading mythology. So just like the ancient Greek world and the mythology behind it, it's always piqued my interest. Right? Is that a rondelle there? Kind of looks like it. All right, what's the information here? It says join us on an epic journey through the world of archaic period Greece, where heroes are born, city-states clash in bitter rivalries, and the gods themselves shape the destiny of mortals. Prepare to immerse yourself in a strategic and immersive board game experience. Will you channel the wisdom of the mighty Olympian gods to lead your city-state to greatness, or will you rely on cunning tactics and military might to conquer your rivals? It says in Pillars of Hercules. Sorry, Heracles? Or is that Heracles? Pillars of Heracles. It's not Hercules because it's not Heracles. Okay. Pillars of Heracles. Okay. And then moving on, we got S'mores Galore. So this is one I want to kind of check out. I think it'd be a fun little kid game for my family. All right. Who doesn't want to try to use cards to make some s'mores? All right. Another Turn the Nog game. Grandpa Beck's Games has 3, 2, 1 countdown. Skull King. We have Rhymes with Duck. Yeesh. I don't know if that's age appropriate right there. Goodness. So this is Gray Matter Games. Looks like it comes with a little duck. This might be a fun little party game. Laser. Wretch. Copy. Let's see here. Folded, molded, bolded, or molded, molded, folded, and bolded. Okay. This is probably one I should probably check out. Let's see here. It says, gather your flock and dive into a whirlwind of wordplay. Score points by matching your rhyming words with other players and bonus points by matching Chuck. Okay, watch out though. If you don't match with anyone, you get a letter of shame. Spell quack and you're kicked out of the pond. First player to 20 points is the ducky winner. Okay. I got Hans and Gluck. Duel for Cardia. Okay. Got Happy Camper. The Four Doors. Jungo. This is Frank Zoo. Heidelbar Games. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Let's see here. They got some other games I'm not going to bother trying to pronounce. Yeah, I'm not going to try to pronounce that one. So they got Chit Chat. They got Hobby Japan. Dice Democracy. Interesting. A dice voting party game where the truth is decided by the majority vote. Ooh, I like the dice in that. Yeah, I like the dice. Those are really cool looking dice. Interesting. All right. I wish I knew what the game was called because I can't read that. Let's see here what it says down here. There it is. Guessocracy. Roll and vote. Okay. Looks like a neat little party game. All right. And then this one is a cooperative game, word game. It's called People with Different Knowledge and Languages. Oh, no, that's just the title. Gibberers, Invention of Language and Civilization. Okay, that's the name of it. Goodness. All right, we got Hobby World games. They have Furnace Duel. They have Heroes, Write and Conquer. So, if you know me, I love a good dungeon crawl and dungeon theme or fantasy themed games. Let's see here. Interesting. They got an English version? Interesting. Okay. I have to check that out. They got Paradox Island for demo. Interesting looking game board. May not be my cup of tea. All right. Tundra Horizon Games. Natera. New Beginning. 1 to 4 players. Plays in about an hour or two. List of events. They got a bunch of events listed. Play as sentient and intelligent animal tribe exploring and controlling areas abound in a bright post-humanity world. With the help of your unique tribe leader and your explorers, you will explore, build authority, and take control of 4 distinct areas. Oh, it's got some little meeples there. Ooh, I like those tiles or those bits, chunky bits. Ooh, that looks neat. Let's see if we can't go back and find a good picture that has a good overview of what the layout looks like. There we go. Interesting. Okay. That is for demo. And it doesn't say where it's going to be located at. Maybe it's just events. Maybe that's the only way you can try to demo it. All right, I got Horrible Guild, Evergreen, Railroad Tiles. I got more Railroad Tiles. Gonna move past those. Not really into railroads. Hot Banana Games. I've heard some things about Moon Bunny. I don't know a whole lot about it. Let's see here. Interesting. Hopping around. Okay. Ilio has mythical dice. So I like a good dice game. Let's see here. Here's a good setup. I see a bunch of dice. They have a game just set up. Is this how it sets up? Okay. So you kind of roll and hide some things. Interesting. You use a dry erase board, looks like. Okay, let's see what it says here. In Minnow Dice. Okay. First released as Skull King, players try to predict the result of dice battles, and whoever predicts most accuracy will come out the winner of the contest. Game includes 7 types of dice: minotaurs, griffins, mermaids, and 4 types of numbered dice. The game lasts 6 to 8 hands, depending on the number of players, and in each round, each player draws a number of dice from the bag equal to the current hand. Interesting. Might have to check that out if I see it. Pina Cola Dice. And then Incredible Dream Studios has Kinfire Council out. Kevin Wilson is the designer. And so I actually have this game. It just came in recently. So I'm hoping to get an opportunity to maybe learn more about how to play it while at Gen Con. That way I don't have to worry about reading the rule book a whole lot when I get back. They have Kinfire Delve, Callus Lab. All right, and they have IncrediQuest Games. They have Classified Information. Okay, a quick playing 2-player code cracking deduction game set in a cyberpunk world. Okay, so 2-player game. Let's see here. Interesting. Okay. Well, if I get a chance, I may check it out. We'll see. Inside Up Games. Earth Abundance. I got an expansion for Earth. We got another expansion, Animal Kingdom. Ice and Idols. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there's not a whole lot of pictures for this. So, well, if I get a chance, maybe I'll take some videos of it. Okay, Perch, Thieves of Eldris, Tug of Roar, IV Studios, Brink. I got Graft, Pillars of Fate. It says gods deploy forces to win renown or trick their opponents into losing it. Let's see here. Okay, just a card game. Yeah. I got Jelly games now. Ubibo. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Kesco. Well, I thought it was Kess Entertainment, but maybe they've changed it to Kesco. Maybe they're trying to rebrand it. Sonic Speed Battle. I wonder what this is like. I think this is a card game, if I remember correctly. I think my son would like it. He's a big fan of Sonic and Mario. Shooting Battle. They look like they're having fun. I don't know how much they were paid to look like they're having fun. I'm not saying this game is not fun because I've never played it. Just like, what do you think when you see pictures like that? All right. They got a Tamagotchi Collections. Keymaster Games. They got Campy Creatures. So this is the 3rd edition, Volume 1, 3rd edition. I believe I played the 1st edition. But, you know, the fact that they keep coming out with more, that's great. Parks. The Kinson Key Games will be there. They have the Galactic Cruise. I was able to get a video at Origins, and also one of my patrons gave me a copy of their Galactic Cruise to do an unboxing with, which I did the video, but like I said in the first video of this series, I had some issues with my computer, so I couldn't edit and upload it. But now that I have the video there and my computer's working, I can edit it and hopefully get it to my channel. I will not be able to get it to the channel until after Gen Con, most likely. If I had a free moment to start working on it, perhaps, maybe, but very, very unlikely. And they have the expansions listed. Kobold Press, Cosmos. We got Dice Words. They got a new Exit the Game Advent Calendar, the Intergalactic Race. Looks like Santa. So maybe I'll pick that up. Exit the Game. Exit the Game. This is Family Escape Adventures. Adventures of Catan. So they got, it's cool to see new branding on some of these. All right, so let's see what this Family 2 Escape Adventures. There's a cat, a dog, what is that, a parrot? Hamster, some kind of frog or cricket or something. Is that Candyland? Yep, the Cape Rat Castle, or Candy Castle. Mystery of Meanstone Manor. Ooh. Okay. Huh. I wonder if my kids would like something like this. Well, what's the age? So ages 8 and up, maybe. Huh. Interesting. $30 MSRP. Looks like I can get it for cheaper on Amazon. So I'll have to do a little more digging on that one. Exit the Game Kids Midnight Spooktacular. Exit the Game, The Venice Conspiracy. We have Marvelous. We got lots of marbles here. This might be a game that my kiddos might actually like. Who doesn't like marble games? All right, what's it say on here? Each turn in Marvelous, you choose a marble card on display and roll those 2 or 3 marbles into your grid. If 3 or more marbles of the same color are touching, they pop, with you grabbing the scoring card matching the color and size of the group. If you form another group after removing these marbles from the grid, those pop too. Okay, so it's kind of got potion explosion kind of vibe to it then. Okay. Huh. Is that on my list to check out is the question. I think it might be. Yep, it is. All right. We got Mosquito, One of Us, Tower Bank, Kids Table Board Games. I think that's what it is, right? KTBG. Layers. I think that's come out before. Maybe they're redoing it. River Market. Dogs with Jobs. That's done by Lab 380. Leader Games. Ahoy. Ahoy. They got Oath. New Foundations. Ooh, and then we have Lamascape Games. They have a game called Don Quixote, the Ingenious Hidalgo. So I grew up hearing a lot of this story, or learn a lot about the story, because my last name is Cervantes, and the author of this book, or the original was a book, right? This is a game, but the book Don Quixote was written by Miguel de Cervantes, and my dad always called it the Man from La Mancha. That's how he always heard the story, and so it was a story that was actually passed down. When I say passed down, like it was shared, obviously the author wrote it, right? But then the story was shared and read a lot with the original people that lived in I think it's a city of Cervantes, right? And then traditionally they would tell the story to their kids growing up. So, but yeah, so because of that heritage in my name with this story, I do plan on actually picking this up. I like the idea of helping Don Quixote find glory and love. I've actually read 2/3 of the book. And then I think the book got wet, and I haven't really picked it up since because it's kind of matted together in some pages. But I just like the artwork of the game, right? There's Don Quixote. They should have Sancho Panza in here. Teresa Panza. There's the windmills, because he's always about fighting windmills. Thinks they're giants. Find the Mambrino's helmet. So yeah. Let's see if there is a better, like, full-on overview picture of what the game setup looks like. I'm not really seeing anything. That is definitely not what I'm looking for. Looks like it's almost made like a storybook. Let's see here. Guess it's the best one they have. All right. So this is definitely on my radar to get. If it was available for pre-order, I would have pre-ordered it. Based on the famous novel from Miguel de Cervantes, Don Quixote is a fast game of wit and strategy. Discover how Alonso Quijano became Don Quixote. How he asked a tavern host to make him a knight, the famous encounter with windmills turning into giants, his quest for Dulcinea's love, and many more. Throughout the game, you will explore the stories told in the masterpiece that Miguel de Cervantes created. It's a great way to learn about the beautiful work and its message while having fun. Each round, an ingenious Don Quixote will head for a new adventure, and players vote simultaneously on whether to help him or not. Success in an adventure means Don Quixote progresses on his quest towards glory or love, while failure increased his delusion. Right. Then after that, we have Lookout Games. It has Four Shuffle, El Paso. Get your finest cattle to the market in half the playing time. You got little Western meeples. That's neat. Great Western Trail, El Paso. Yeah. So let's go back a couple. Same picture. Yeah. Looks pretty good. I like how it's got like a tattered, almost like weathered mat for the game board. Interesting. All right. All right. Then we have Ocelot's Cave. So two adventurers are digging cleverly to collect precious gemstones. So I don't know a whole lot about this, but Sam Healy gave me a copy of this that he couldn't fit in his suitcase before he left. So, well, who knows? Maybe I'll check it out. Kind of a interesting setup here. Okay. We got Lucky Duck Games, Borealis, Arctic Expeditions. Not really pictures of this. I like the little cold meeples, right? I don't know if they're Eskimos or just explorers. They look like they'd be explorers, right? Not a whole lot there. Okay. Critter Kitchen, The Dark Quarter, which I actually finally got my copy. This is solving mysteries in the 1980s while dealing with the dark and supernatural, right? So basically, you are in parts of Louisiana. So welcome to New Orleans, Louisiana, circa 1980. A vibrant city of music, food, and magic. Neon lights flicker in dirty puddles up and down Bourbon Street. So I picked this one up more so for Alex because she is into this theme of game. So really great artwork. Like, look at those dice. And this is app driven as well, which the app just finally came out. It was released a few weeks ago. Like the miniatures of this. Yeah, look at all that. It's great artwork. Really, really dark theme there. So hopefully I can get that to the table soon as well. Potions of Azurland. Gather resources and brew potions to fulfill orders or drink for special powers. Almost reminds me of Potion Explosion with a twist, right? Let's see if I can find a good picture of this setup, because it looks like just a bunch of cluttered mess to some degree. There we go. Got some dice and some chits there, potion bottles, nice board. Okay. Looks like screen printed dice. I like the artwork of that. Always like double layered boards. Okay. All right, and so I should probably check that one out. Lucky Duck Games. We got Temple Code. We're Sinking. I believe I've checked that one out at Origins last year. I think you have like this ship that you are trying to keep afloat. Yeah. Really neat looking game. Seems like there's a lot of pictures. Yeah, I like that one. It's all painted up and stuff. Maybe I can get a chance to actually sit down and play this one. Oh yeah, it's got the layered boards, yeah. Or layered components of the ship. Ooh, I like how that looks. They did a really good job painting that. Almost like they actually stained it, you know? Man. All right. So we're sinking. Ludimus Games got toppings. Lumberjack Studios. Solstice Firefly. Mariposa Games. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. They're going to be at the Tabletop Tycoon area. Trailblazer. And then Madagot, which is, what company is that? Colossal Games. I think it's a sister company to Colossal Games, I believe, because I believe they sell the games with them. But they'll have the new Kemet there, Rise of the Gods. They got Panda Spin. Man, Panda must be on fire, because there's like 3 or 4 games that have been, that were Panda themed, right? Or pirates. Mighty Boards has the Fate Forge Chronicles of Khan, Kin of the Wild. Looks like this is an expansion for the Fate Forge game. Bark on an adventure while animal companions that fight, explore, and grow with you. Really? Interesting. Let's take a look. This is one that's been kind of on my radar, but I have not had the opportunity to actually try it. At least the Fate Forge, not this, but there's no pictures here, so... we got Mind Clash Games, Revenant, Mindware, Meowdy Partner. Who doesn't like a cat-themed game? Meowdy. No pictures. It's a 2 to 4 player game. This unique twist on a matching game is Rootin' Tootin' Kitty Cowboy Fun. Ages 3 and up. So hey, I might actually get a chance to check that out for my kiddos. You got Ringer, Stabbits, Modifius Entertainment. They have Doom Arena board game. I wonder if this is like Doom, like the video game Doom. Oh, maybe they have the Dark Ages Arena board game, Doom. So this is, I think, a newer video game that's come out as well, the Dark Ages, where it's more fantasy, dark fantasy themed in the Doom universe. So Monster Fight Club. They got the Witcher No Man's Land. Right? I believe this is like a skirmish game, like a war game. Moose Games. They have Hello Kitty Reach for the Stars games. Or game, sorry. And this is a roll the Hello Kitty and friends figures, match the images, and grab the most points. So this is something that would be fun for my daughters. Oh, if it comes with those little figurines, I'm sure that they'd eat that up. I'd love that. Yeah, it looks like it does. Interesting. Okay, so Moose Games, $4.70. Manageri Unlock the Wonders of a Miniature World. Okay. Interesting. Oh, they got Poppy Playtime, Factory Frenzy. So this is just a weird stuffing that has nasty looking teeth. So this is not something we'll let my kids even bother with. Mosaic Games. No loading games. They got Gwent, legendary card game. I wonder if it's anything like the digital game. Possibly. Okay. North Star Games is going to have nature there. This is one I've kind of looked at over the last couple of years as it's been developing. Ooh, I like the tray there. I like that setup. The artwork is stunning. Look at that artwork. That is just amazing. Nice dinosaur. All right. Okay, well, it's only $35. They got Octoraph Games, bagged and boarded. Looks like savvy kids compete to build the most valuable comic collection. I'll say it looks like Heroes or something, comic book themed. Okay. Office Dog. There and Back Again, The Hobbit. Ooh, what's this? Draft dice to make paths, collect resources, and perform actions to reach your goal. Oh, okay. You are literally drawing on the book. Okay. I wonder if you're actually playing as Bilbo. Neat. Well, I'll check that out. What's the price point at? $35. Okay. And that's, yeah, I'm going to be at that booth anyway, so they're going to have The Hobbit there. Oink Games, Dying Message. Or, I'm not even going to bother trying to say that. Pedicate. Okay. Pedicate. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Play the card you feel continues the sequence of dapper animals. Instead of etiquette, right? It's pedicate. So I'm guessing that's supposed to say trend. I don't know. Wiggle Roulette. And then I think it's a good place to stop for now. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time.